Good morning, friends. Welcome to Thermomix Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, look, today we're continuing on our Thermomix smoker combo and we are making a beautiful barbecue sauce. If you are buying barbecue sauce still, you can do it in your Thermomix and it's super easy using mostly pantry ingredients. Now, let's change this up a little bit today. So come with me as I kind of chuck it together with what I've got and kind of tweak and change what I don't have, okay? So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Lisa Keegan. I am a Thermomix consultant and team leader in Australia, and I come to you usually 3 or 4 times a week with recipes that hopefully inspire you to make different things in your Thermomix that you might not have given a go to or thought you could do. I am not a great cook. I am a mum of 4 kids. I make basic food to feed my family in a way that removes preservatives and additives and colours and numbers. You know, when you look at my shopping trolley, which I'm due to shop this evening, I'll try and take a photo one day. You'll see it's full of meat and veggies. And yes, there's some gluten-free flour and gluten-free pasta in there, and sometimes the odd condiment that I haven't actually made, like Worcestershire sauce, but you know, we don't really shop the other aisles. It's quite an interesting shop, probably in the view of some people. So I love that part of our life in the sense that we're very simplistic. We buy similar things but can make so many different things with those same similar things all the time. So yeah, raising 4 boys, they love their meat, and so hence this combination month where I'm doing recipes that they're designed for an oven, okay? So don't look away. If you haven't got a barbecue smoker, that's okay, because these recipes are actually designed to be put in your oven, all right? So all the recipes you'll see this month, they are oven-based, but I'm going to tell you how we use it in the smoker. So how I make, the last week we did a sauce and a beautiful rub. I did also do passion fruit butter. If you don't know how to juice your passion fruits, go back and check that out if you don't like those little seeds, yeah? But let's get going on this barbecue sauce. Some Cookie Do, it's rated really well, and that's what I look for on Cookie Do. Look for something that's over 3.8 stars, and yeah, I'm going to tweak it up a bit today as well. So let's go start cooking. We don't buy our sauces, so you won't find tomato sauce in my fridge. We make it, okay, if I need it for something. It isn't something we have regularly. Same with this, same with this barbecue sauce. We have sauces, it's just not tomato sauce. Like, we will always typically have some sort of sticky sauce that is a double batch that I've made from like last week, that beautiful Korean sticky sauce last week, for example. There's still a little bit of that. They used it on pizza last night as a base. We used it on ribs over the weekend. We used it all sorts of different ways. So we will have sauces, but they're not like your typical, I don't know, when I was a kid you had barbecue and tomato in your fridge, right? Like always in the door of the fridge. So it's not that style, if that makes sense. So here we go. First things first is an onion into the Thermomix. I actually just picked this onion, so it'll be really quite strong. Haven't got enough. Today is going to be a chuck in. I'll be using what I've got. You'll notice there's some things I'm going to miss. There's some things I'm going to leave out intentionally. There's some things I'm leaving out because I just don't have. There's a few swaps as well. Okay, some garlic, in it goes. Don't ever let it completely, stop you making a recipe. Just look at what you've got and decide if it's something that'll work anyway. Okay, ripe tomatoes, 800 grams. Tin tomatoes, yeah? If you don't have the real deal, that's okay. Use what you've got. Say hi if you're watching on today, by the way. I know I'm coming to you relatively early. It's a bit hot in this room in the afternoons. So I try and come early so that this is the west side, so that I'm in the shade of that, and it's not too stinking hot. Otherwise it's really not pleasant in here in the arbos. So you'll notice I'm swapping the fresh tomatoes just for some diced tomatoes from the tin. Okay, so next, 1 red capsicum. I don't have red capsicum. I've got what's left over of a green capsicum. Now, we grow our own capsicums. Funny story, we picked one on the weekend to have with our salad. And hello, Andrea, lovely to have you on. And we're all eating it happy as Larry, and then we got to obviously the end of it and all our mouths and our lips started burning. So I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know whether it's crossed. We do have chilies in the garden. I don't know whether it's crossed with a chili, like cross-pollinated, but one end was beautiful, like so capsicum-like. And the other end, whew, my lips were stinging for an hour afterwards. It was crazy. So anyway, that's a leftover part. It's obviously not red. It's green. It's not hot. Okay, so you could use a bit of a warm one in there. Mix with the aid of the spatula. I don't think I even bought a spatula in. No, I did not. We just won't worry about mixing with the spatula. Okay, it's going to chop this down 5-second speed 6. Remember, it would ordinarily be tomatoes that you've just roughly chopped in half or quarters, depending on their size. You've got an onion and garlic clove. I use garlic paste, I cheated. Okay, next. Now we've got some extra bits and pieces. I don't have butter at the moment. As I had said, shopping tonight is tonight. The kids, because the kids have been on cooking a bit, we've been doing a little bit different, like quantities of things. There's been a little bit more baking than I would normally do when I'm in charge of the cooking and stuff. So things like butter, I haven't adjusted to buying extra. Now I could put oil in. My oil container behind is empty. I'm not going to go outside and get it. We'll skip it, okay? So I'm just going to leave that out for the moment. It won't matter. There's enough liquid in here that it is not going to burn to the bottom, okay? The butter will give it a really nice buttery flavour though, obviously. If I had it, I would use it. I'm not too fussed on skipping it out, and no one will know. Okay, I love that no one will actually know the difference. That's the beauty of homemade cooking. Everything has its own little tweak, and 99% of the time nobody even thinks or questions it, yeah, because it's homemade. And the hardest thing is though, if you make it so it's like spot on, then you're like, what did I do? How did I actually make that? Anyway, I'm not putting bourbon in, I'm skipping that out. The tips say you can use whiskey instead, I'm just skipping it. Okay, without the measuring cup, it's got a 5-minute cook. Now remember, anything over 100 degrees, and I know it says without the measuring cup, and I get that, this is a foreign recipe I'm going to say. Measuring cup out, and I'm looking for my simmering basket. As I said, things are a bit challenging here when my children come and help, but this is going to cook down. Now, why do I say simmering basket on top? Safety first, okay, and I know I'm telling you something different to the recipe. Hear me out for a second, okay? First of all, safety first. If you're over at 90 degrees and you don't have the simmering basket inside, please put your simmering basket on top. Secondly, there's 1 litre of food in there. If it boils, where's that going to, and it is going to boil, where's that going to end up? All over your bench, all over your walls. So, trust me, I've done it before, okay? I told you, I'm the person who's made all the mistakes. I used to burn all my food. Please, put a simmering basket or a splash guard or a Vorwerk on top, all of which, actually I have a Vorwerk here. I do have a Vorwerk on top. Actually, I've even got a splash guard. I just wasn't looking in the right place. Okay, so this has a 5-minute cook. So while that 5 minutes is happening, I'd love to know, just put in the chat what you've been making in your Thermomix lately. Let's inspire each other with our Thermomixing and share, because often it's those ideas from somebody else who gives us ideas of what we can do in our Thermomix. While you're doing that as well, just a quick reminder that if you've got a friend or family member thinking about a Thermomix and you live in Australia, please reach out for your referral link. What that means is when they purchase a Thermomix, you actually get a $50 Mix Shop voucher. How cool is that? So that is an initiative for Thermomix in Australia. It's a referral system to thank you for being part of that person's journey and inspiring them. So please do reach out if you would like to get your referral link for that friend or family member who's curious about a Thermomix. At the moment, when buying a Thermomix, it is coming with the vacuum seal kit. It is a small and a medium, and by the way, today's date is the 12th of February, just in case you're watching on replay in 6 months' time on YouTube, and hi to those of you who do that on YouTube. It is, the vacuum seals are great, so keeping things fresh for longer. So whether that is something like a spice mix like last week, putting it in there and sucking that air out so it lasts longer and holds its form longer, like spice mixes that are dry, they're not going to expire. However, mind you, in our Queensland climate where it's humid, things can go mouldy. I know when I've accidentally left a lid open on one of these, they will go mouldy. Okay, so just something to be mindful of. I live in a very humid climate here in Queensland. It is 9 o'clock in the morning and it is already sweaty and hot. My kids have just got out the swimming pool. They've done their schoolwork and they're just getting out. So, you know, things do go mouldy, and those vacuum seals, they take the air out, so they extend the life of things, but they also take that moisture out in that process of sucking the air out. So it's going to come with a small and a medium and a wand. And I love them. You've heard me talk about pavlova for Christmas, where I sucked, you know, those little tiny pavs that I made in there, and they lasted weeks. They were literally like new when I got them out a few weeks later. But things like prepping your veggies, there's an extra large one that will come out later in the year, I believe. When I say extra large, it's like 2.6 litres. It's like family size. You can make a big lasagna in it and things like that. But I've already got it, and I prep my veggies in it. So I peel in the Thermomix my potatoes, dice them up, put them in there, suck the air out, and they don't go brown because they're airless. How cool is that? So that's how these containers work. They are fantastic. So if you've got someone thinking about a Thermomix, it's a great thing to get with their Thermomix at the moment. I mean, the Thermomix is the star of the show anyway. It's just a little bonus, but that's just what's on offer at the moment as well. The other thing that's on offer is new host rewards. So if your cookie dough is coming up for expiry, you can get 12 months cookie dough subscription discounted or free just by hosting a demo. And we can jump online one day. It takes half an hour, 45 minutes, depending on how chit-chatty we all are. Your friends can either come to your home and cook with you on your Thermomix, or they can always be watching in from their home, and I can cook. So it depends on what style. We've got a couple of different styles of online demos I can run with you. And then that will get you discounted, or if a friend is ready to buy it, gets you a free item from our host rewards. So there's some awesome new things on there as well. And one more announcement is the cutter. You can see it behind me. If you have been waiting for that, TM5 owners, TM6 owners, get onto the Thermomix website, go to the mix shop in the heading, go to the cutter, and go to the notify me button. Put in your email, because as they get small shipments in, they are sending them out to those people, sending out an email to those people who've registered to be notified. Okay, so that's how you're going to get yourself a cutter. Or join up as a consultant, because 3 sales in your 60 days gets you a freebie. And 6 sales, so another 3 on that, gets you a bowl set for free. Okay, so if you've ever considered doing what I do, and you don't have to jump online, you can go into people's homes and cook with them with your Thermomix. Okay, that is, that's what I did for 7 years of my business. However, if you want to do online demos, you're welcome to do that too. I will teach you how to do that. Okay, but it's totally up to you. But let me know, because there's a great way at the moment of getting a TM6 if you don't have one. Then we've got our Earn 4 program on, which means 4 sales gets you refunded the deposit on your Thermomix. And it's usually Earn 6. And if you've got a TM6 already, you can just get a business kit and join us. So yeah, if that's something that is interesting you, just let me know. There's business information sessions. I can give you information, and yeah, see where that takes you, because you just everyday surprises. You just never know. So that's something, yeah, that is super exciting. I do love when they offer Earn 4. It gives people an opportunity to get that Thermomix at a discounted or free price. Who doesn't want a free Thermomix? So there we go. There's all the announcements in less than 5 minutes. I guess the Thermomix. Okay. Look at that. Cooked off tomato, boiling, nice and hot. Actually, it's only 85, didn't quite get to boil. Could also be, remember, I've got tin tomato. Tin tomato has higher water content than your home-grown or store-bought ones usually. Okay, 60 grams of pitted dates. I've got 2 medjool dates. They are my final 2 dates. I'm doing a bulk order shortly, and 50, that wasn't too bad. So I do a lot of, and this might be something that helps some of you, so I will share. So we order a lot of our things in bulk. So my seeds and nuts, you guys have seen my very large containers that are sitting on the floor back here. They are big decor containers. And I order probably every 6 to 8 weeks our seeds and nuts in from a company called Honest to Goodness. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. It's just what I've been doing for pretty much as long as I've had a Thermomix. So pretty much 7 to 10 years I've been ordering in bulk. Initially, in early days, I was part of a local co-op buying group, and I would drive down near the Gold Coast to get my products. More recent years, our family eats enough food that I pretty much don't need to co-op it. I can do it on our own, and they get delivered by a toll truck to us. And it's organic or Australian or both. And that saves us a lot of money. It means that at the supermarket I'm not buying little bags of things. Now, I know I've got a little bag here of sugar, mainly because I actually have no other sugar left, like tonight's shopping night, as I said. So that might be something that could save you money as well, is considering if you can buy in bulk. Not only does it help the environment, not having a whole lot of small little bags that you throw away, but usually it's more cost effective. So check it out. Like, look at the per kilo pricing on your almonds and your seeds and your flowers, and have a look and compare pricing. Okay. I do, with the Honest to Goodness, have a wholesale account. So that means I'm getting them at a wholesale price, which is going to obviously be different to retailing from them. But you might find it cheaper to go to somewhere like your local bulk food shop and buy a kilo of almonds, and it's probably still cheaper than your supermarket price. Okay. All right, 80 grams of dark sugar. I don't have dark sugar. I don't have raw sugar. I don't have brown sugar. I have monk fruit sweetener, which I normally not use in something like this. This would be normally what hubby and I use if we're having a dessert night after the kids are in bed. But anyway, that's all I got. I didn't even have any more dates to swap into it, okay? So use what you've got. Worcestershire sauce. I need to put this on the shopping list. This is going to be shortchanged as well. As I said, this recipe is all about just using what I got. I might have to take the lid off to get the last little bit out of there. 3 grams. That's a bit sad, isn't it? Don't know what it's going to taste like, but you know what? It won't matter. So this is going to go on some chicken, okay? And I'm going to use it in the smoker. So that's actually my intent, is I've got 2 whole, they're scrawny looking chickens outside. And I'm going to coat them in this, let them marinate, and then put them in the smoker. And I'm going to smoke them on low and slow for most of the day. So then by tonight, we will be able to pull all that meat off. It'll be amazing. It's been covered in a sauce. And I know it's going to be a little mismatched to a sauce, but it'll be amazing. Now, Tabasco. I'm going to skip that. The kids won't eat it. Okay, ground paprika, 1 teaspoon. We do like paprika. We go through a fair bit of this. You'll see in the blog post. So I'm about to put a blog post out, hopefully later today. I was hoping hubby would proofread it for me over the weekend, and he didn't quite get to it. And you're going to see in there the most basic smoke spice mix recipe that you can then change and make your own. So if you're not a subscriber, you will get the blog when it comes out, hopefully tonight. As I said, I need hubby to read it over. Proofreading my own work is not my strength. I'm just looking, I didn't grab out my mustard powder. I can't see it in my rack over here. Where is it? Mustard. Oh, I got mustard seeds, that'll do me. 1.5 teaspoons. We're going with 1 teaspoon probably. Wattle seed. Now, I do have wattle seed, can't find it, couldn't be bothered digging further. When I have my kitchen back in place, I will know where everything is, and happy days, so I'm leaving that out. Wattle seed is something that does like a coffee cocoa flavour. You could put some coffee grounds into it. I'm just going to skip it. I've already freestyled this recipe enough that I'm just going to skip it. 1 teaspoon of salt. And then there's going to be some pepper. Oh my goodness, the humidity has just... Everything is sticking so crazily at the moment. Okay, and then pepper to finish off. Tap it on the table, make sure some comes out. All right, now the leftovers of this will keep in your fridge. This is going to cook off, by the way. It's going to cook for, and it says simmering basket. I'm just going to use my splash guard. 90 minutes, 100 degrees, speed 2. It's going to cook off for the 1.5 hours. Then we're going to blend it till smooth. Now, blending it till smooth, it's as simple as following the recipe. It tells you to put your measuring cup in place. Really important, so you don't put this all over your kitchen walls. And then you're going to do 1 minute, and you're going to increase the speed gradually. I think it starts at 5 or 6 and then up to 9, and it goes for 1 minute. If you really are in a hurry, stop at 30 seconds. 30 seconds is long enough for a blend, in my opinion. Then it says allow to cool, put it into a sealable container, and store, put it in the fridge till needed. Now, if you don't want this much, this is like 1.5 liters. Do a half batch. Just put in 1 tin of tomatoes, not 2. Halve everything. I thought about it today, but the reality is we will use this. The other thing you can do if you're not going to use it straight away, once it cools, put it into Glad bags and freeze it flat. There are some cool bags in the mix shop, silicone bags. You will have seen if you've been around a while that I used them in my caravan travels. They currently have fruit and stuff in the freezer. But they're great for flat packing things like leftover sauces. Just make sure you label it. There's nothing worse in 6 months' time going, oh, what's this sauce? And then you can just pull it out, and because it's flat packed, it warms up quite quickly, it defrosts quickly, and you can use it quite quickly then because it's flat. Nothing worse than putting a whole jar in the fridge or freezer, and then you can't use it because it's set like a jar, yeah? So flat pack anything like this, label it so you know what it is, and then you can get it out. And you could use this on sausages, okay? But we're going to use it as a sticky marinade on our chicken. You could use it on veggies as another sticky sauce. I would roast them and then drizzle it over the top. Make it that little bit fancy and next level. But otherwise, guys, that's it. It's as simple as that. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you've taken away some hints and tips for your Thermomix. I hope you'll give this recipe a go. Keep an eye out later on tonight. You will see the photo of the final product. Hello, Sandra. It's always with my Thermomix in the picture. It's normally got my colours on it. You'll see it on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, the beginning and final image is the final product of it. I will try and take a photo of it on the chicken as well. We'll see how we go with that. Sometimes my family devours food far too significantly fast for me to get a photo, so it's better while I get it in the jar before they've eaten it all. But keep an eye out to see what that looks like in the end. And I'll let you know as well in the comments when it comes to the pictures tonight, if there's anything that I would change. Maybe it's not too sweet, maybe it's missing that Worcestershire sauce too much, whatever you think it might be. But otherwise, guys, have a fantastic day. I'll see you in another video soon. Please let me know if I can answer your questions or support you in any way with your Thermomix. So take care, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.